good? What's going on? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is you guys are watching this video. Trackstopper back at y'all for another one. Thank you for tuning in to 808s and Kicks. Let's jump right into it. So we're approaching Air Max Day, March 26th, which will be tomorrow. And one of the major topics about Air Max Day is the new release that's coming out is the Big Bubble. So many people have had mixed opinions of it. Me personally, I don't think the shoe is bad. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna pull it right out for you guys. Bam. So we have here, nice little box they did. And as you see, they put air units around the box. I like the little feel they gave to it. Box is not bad. Let's bust them out. You have here your Air Max Big Bubble. You know, this right here is a very historic shoe if you guys don't know anything about the history of this shoe. Now a lot of you guys are used to the older unit, the other units where it's not a big bubble with 4 units, it's just 3, you know. I don't have the OG pair with the 3. I do have a different pair of Air Max 1s. We can compare those. I'll bust those out too. So we have here a pair of Air Max Swipers. This is a 3 bubble unit that I was telling you guys about that you can see, and if you could compare them next to each other, you will see that, you know, there's definitely a difference in the regular 3 bubble unit versus the 4 bubble unit. And yeah, I got these off the exclusive drop that they did last week. Not a bad shoe in my opinion. You know, me personally, I don't care if it's the 3 bubbles or the 4 bubbles. You know, just a little history on this shoe. Actually, I'm gonna read from you guys what it said on Nike before we get into the history on this Big Bubble shoe. So it says here, let's be clear, sneaker culture and history begins here. The Air Max 1 Big Bubble, the holy grail of sneaker lore, returns along with the true story of visible Nike Air, using CT scans, yes really, to dissect one of maybe only 400,000 released pairs of the Big Bubble. We replicated the Nike Air unit and window used in the 86 original, so you can step on the bedrock of sneaker history. And don't worry, you still get the throwback color blocking, which is this one. Hiding in the shadow of one of Nike's biggest stories that are revealing Nike Air to the world is the fact that for the first few months of its release, the Air Max 1 featured a noticeably bigger window. So, like, why did the window shrink? With a launch date in place and manufacturing already started, Nike engineers, to their dismay, discovered that an exposed air unit had a tendency to crack in cold temperatures. Adjusting on the fly, engineers quietly shrunk the window both in length and height and began using a new air unit to prevent the great cracking catastrophe. Releasing on March 26, 1987, the ultra-rare Air Max Big Bubble hit the shelves and thankfully didn't bust, most likely because of the rising spring temperatures. After the initial run, the Air Max 1 as we know it secretly replaced the original, taking hold as the leader of the Air Max pack. And the Big Bubble, it faded away until now. Welcome to the beginning. So I gotta say guys, I commend Nike for admitting that when this originally released in 86, 87, these could not stand up to cold temperatures. You know, some people wear their shoes, you know, probably in the snow or just cold fall weather. And this bubble would get, you know, with the cold, this bubble would crack. And of course, you know, this air unit in most Air Max shoes is the whole technology behind the shoe in terms of comfort and in terms of, you know, if you run in, you know, performance and all that. And you take a safety pin or a knife or something, pop this bubble, the shoe is not going to be the same. So Nike, I commend them because they actually admitted, hey, you know, we released the shoe, we pushed it out so fast and it was faulty. They released 400 pairs at the time and they realized something was wrong, so they shrink the unit, they changed a little bit of the technology and went on from there. That's why so many people know of the Air Max being this 3 bubble. It's smaller, you know, even the cut here, if you look, this cut with the fabric is thin. See how small that red is versus this blue is not as thin cut as this, you know, but it all in a sense looks the same. It's all Air Max 1. Let's move these swipers out the way. But I mean, personally guys, I think this is a decent shoe. I give it to Nike, you know, bringing this shoe back, Air Max Day 2023, you know, giving us all a piece of history. You know, a lot of people are not accepting of this shoe because they're so used to seeing the other models of the Air Max 1. You know, that's what they're used to. And I get it, but I like how Nike is, you know, bringing this back. This is a historic piece that we get to get our hands on, and I mean, you can't knock it. You know, these are releasing tomorrow, which is March 26th. If you're watching this video on March 26th, they released today, you know, for Air Max Day 2021. I'm glad I got my hands on these. You know, this is pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going for a pair of these? Do you want a pair of these? They're releasing in men's, women, and kids sizes. Should not be a hard shoe to cop. I've looked at, you know, some of the reviews on this and what people are thinking. Some people are feeling it. You got a lot of others that ain't feeling it. You know what? So on and so forth. Me personally, this is cool. Tinker Hatfield designed these, and you know, before I end this video, I just want to point out, I was watching Jack Slade video. He, you know, he's another guy that does a lot of sneaker reviews and stuff like that. And he pointed out a really important, you know, he pointed out something that was really important to me. He said, at the time, Jordan was thinking of leaving Nike, right? And that was when Tinker came in and Tinker designed the Jordan 3. And as you all know, the Jordan 3 is one of the first pairs of Jordans that actually showed the air bubble on Jordans. You know, then you had the Jordan 4, Jordan, you know, Jordan and other Jordans that actually, you know, made the show, had the air bubble visible. And he was saying that if this technology did not have any issues back in those days with the cracking and all that and the weather, the temperatures, and they just went forward with busting this shoe out, then would the Jordan 3 have a much more bigger bubble as well? You know, you gotta ask yourself. So you never know. Probably, you know, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm just glad I got my hands on a pair of these. I think this is cool. Got the waffle on the bottom. You know, it's very similar to all the other Air Max 1 pairs that we've seen previously. You know, got the red, the white, a little bit of the gray. Got the Nike Air on the back. And one thing that I noticed that they did on these pairs is it has the size inside the shoe. You don't see that on a lot of Air Max 1 pairs, you know. But just wanted to talk about this real quick. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys plan on copping a pair of these? Do you guys plan on passing? What are you guys' plans for Air Max Day? You gonna rock a pair of Air Maxes, or are you even a fan of Air Max? You know, let me know in the comment box. But until then, I'm gonna wrap things up. I will see you guys very soon on the next one. Stay blessed, stay fresh, love your lovers like there's no tomorrow. Until then, peace.